see those stations in the rear view. But if you're in the Dutchess, this is actually really Putnam, northern Putnam, southern Dutchess area, it's always nice to know where the high flow diesel pumps are, you know, like the ones that the big rigs use, right? And you know, you hate to be the guy, the little guy, quote unquote, to use those, but a lot of times, you know, you have, it's not really showing up there. You got a longer trailer. This one's not crazy long, but it's wide. It's a 7.5 by 16, but the 7.5, you have the wheels outside the 7.5, so it's maximum width, and it's maximum legal width, same as like an 8.5 enclosed, where the wheel wells are on the inside of those trailers. So anyhow, getting you know, filling up, I just filled up with diesel here. Filling up is not always the easiest task in the world when you have trailer hooked to the truck all the time and whatever. So anyway, Ludingtonville Road, the corner of 52 in Ludingtonville, or right off 84 at Ludingtonville, whatever you want to do. There's two stations. The Sunoco, there's a Mobile and there's a Sunoco. They both fight on price, so the prices are normally good. $3.79 both stations for diesel, which is pretty good within itself. But the Sunoco, if you ever can grab that, has the high flow diesel pumps, and it also has, I mean, it doesn't matter for somebody like in a pickup, but you know, not only are they high flow, but they're made for the trucks, so you could pump on both sides. You could you know, charge on one side and fill both tanks if you have dual tanks, like on dual tanks on left and right of the vehicle. So something to figure out, something to think about, you know, obviously for your local in the area, but you know, truck stops, that kind of deal, good place to get fuel if you got a bigger trailer, especially like those guys who have, like, not just enclosed trailers, but especially like those 20-foot trailers, 20-foot enclosed, 8.5 by 20. You know, the little local town stations, they're kind of a chore to get in and out sometimes, especially, you know, it's one thing if you go like 6 in the morning before anybody gets there, but you know, you need to fill up during the day. Like right now, it's a Saturday at 3, a little after 3, okay? In the afternoon, obviously. 3 in the morning would be dark. You know, forget it. That would be a nightmare. Not a nightmare, but you know, it'd just be annoying. And then people get mad that you hog because you're naturally longer than everybody else. So you're hogging pumps and you're pumping for long because, you know, our tanks are bigger than the average car, blah, blah, blah. So just stuff to think about for sure, where you pre-plan to get fuel. Obviously, while we're on the diesel talk, you want to pick stations that are also very crowded, have high turnover is the right word, but high, like a higher traffic area, a lot of trucks in and out, so you get fresher diesel. It's really important now with the with newer trucks. Package pavement in Stormville here. Going to Stormville. This is 52. Chugging up a mountain a little bit, and we're about to go down. This is a 55 here, but you know, let the problem come over the crest, and then you got these freaking guys. Why are you on your brakes like this? Where you're turning. See, now we gotta get on our brake because turning here on a very steep grade, so that's good. That's good. I mean, I feel bad. That's a tough place to have a house, but now we're gonna get up to speed. Let's see if this holds us right around here. engine brake is on, but I've been accelerating with the engine brake on, so I don't know how effective that is. Let's the brake, let's get this downshift. If you double tap the brake, it'll downshift. It's in tow haul. We got tow haul, engine brake on. Those are the two lights in there. We're holding at about 55, which is the speed limit here. Also got kind of weeping, winding curves. If anybody's from the area, you could do this a lot quicker. I'm gonna double tap here to turn off the engine brake, and we'll accelerate a little bit. There we go. Yeah, but what I ended up doing, I haven't done a video in a few days. What I ended up doing is this past week was my extremely light week with no bi-weeklies. And I just want to talk about that actually for a second. So I contacted a client. Communication is key, guys. You know, also, like, you work with these guys, they'll work with you for the most part. So got a hold of one of my clients who's bi-weekly, and I was like, listen, you're on the slate for next week, but I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be tough for me to get there. Do you mind if I gave him a choice. I was like, I have room. This was yesterday, Friday. I was like, I got room in today's schedule for you, or it may have to be either weekend, really. Either weekend, but this weekend or next weekend, you know, during the week looks rough. And he's like, absolutely, today's perfect. So that was nice. So my Friday was going to be no work. Then I got some work out of it, and then Saturday, here I am. I just finished my southern Putnam, northern Westchester properties. The local fire department's doing a tag sale. They do this because we got the big Stormville flea market is over here, which I normally avoid. You can see all this traffic. There would be no cars here if it wasn't for this market. They come from everywhere for this thing. But look at this line of cars. This is amazing. If you're from this area, there's nobody here. Never. You know, this guy, you know, these poor guys can't get out of the garden supply place. So, anyway, Brady's, shout out to them. That's where I got the Skeg. They do work on mowers as well. I'm gonna, at the end of the season, take the Skeg back into them for the service. I do all my own service, but I'd like to take it in to them and have them do like a thorough once over on it. Maybe give me some new blades, sharpen the blades I have, like real quality sharpen. Their sharpening prices are actually really good. I just rather sharpen it on the mower itself, but they could sharpen the blades I have, like at a real nice angle. That would be perfect. You know, oil change, whatever, is fine. I might get the hydros serviced. It's developing a little bit of a squeak. I grease it a lot, but I don't know. Maybe it's not greased enough. I think I grease it more than enough, but what do I know? Well, it looks like a lot of these people are packing up here. We got trailers. Anyway, back to the bi-weeklies. Actually, hold on. I'm going to probably pan in a second to show you the Stormville flea market while we're here. Let's see if there's, I don't want to pan and stuff if there's a big police presence like there sometimes is. But it's just end of the day. It's normally dying down by now. Let's see. That's what's left of it over there. Thanks for turning super slow. But I had another client. Now, you know, I try and make this clear, but I got to make this more clear. Bi-weekly people, you know, some of them live in the woods. Their grass doesn't grow as frequently. Okay, fine. Those are the ones I take on. If you've got a regular yard, you're not getting bi-weekly service from me. But you also have to understand, if you're a bi-weekly, even if you're in the woods and don't get much growth, you don't really have a say. Nobody really has a say, let's be fair. But I'm kind of doing you the service, because nobody really wants to do these bi-weeklies, and you don't have a say as to when your yard gets mowed. And this is something I'm battling with, and it's hard because it's like, you got to please the customer to one extent, especially if it's more than just mowing. I mean, they're a full service account, and we've got thousands of dollars of estimates, multiple estimates that I'm waiting for them to approve. But so, you know, I took the knee on this one and let them have their way. But lady texts me, she's like, hey, so this is their vacation home. They're from the city. This is like their quote unquote upstate house. It's a cabin in the woods. She's like, hey, this is the week that I'm supposed to mow. And she was on the docket for Monday. She's like, hey, you know, can you mow Friday? Everybody wants Friday. You know, because, well, every time we come up for the weekend, it's on the longer side. You know, thanks, whatever. And I replied back. I was like, listen, I was like, hey, this week I may be able to, I don't think I can do Friday. I may be able to move you to Thursday. Period. All my bi-weekly lawns are cut Monday. It's just when I can get them in my schedule, due to everybody wanting Friday. I'm like, the next couple weeks I might be able to get you in towards the end of the week, but just know that the bi-weeklies are normally cut Monday, Tuesday. Left it at that. So number one, that has to do with my own work schedule. Number two, that's, you know, just, you know, why should the people that choose the quote-unquote cheaper option, you know, get treatment over the guy who has a multi-million-dollar house and wants the pristine lawn? Like, why should his lawn have to be cut Monday? And you know what I mean? And the quote-unquote penny pinchers, cost savers. So that's my little rant, but I'm almost home. I'm gonna probably sharpen some blades, do a little bit of a service on the mower. It does not need an oil change, so we'll just do like a blade sharpen, just make sure the deck's good. I don't know if I'm gonna bother washing it, but whatever, just kind of make sure I'm all up to date there. I'm gonna take the tractor out this weekend, and I'd like to, I don't know, I might cut down a tree. I'd like to make a nice little path for myself to get, to be able to like kind of make it a circle driveway without making it a circle driveway. Like, not putting gravel down, not putting pavement down, not putting anything down, but just, I don't know, clear stuff out so it's easier for me to back in or pull in, pull out, rather than back in, back out when it's busy. But anyway, yeah, so like, see, we have a couple cars coming down the road here, and makes it very difficult to back in this driveway. So anyway, I'll let you go. Peace.